The door that shouldn't exist. When I first moved into the apartment, I thought I was lucky. Rent was cheap, the neighborhood was quiet, and the building itself, though old, had a kind of charm. The landlord warned me that the place had its quirks, creaking pipes, strange drafts, but I didn't care. I was just happy to finally live alone. The first week was uneventful. I unpacked, decorated, and slowly made the place feel like home. But on the seventh night, I noticed something that shouldn't have been there. A door. It was in the hallway just across from the bathroom. I could swear there had only been a blank wall before. The frame was old, painted the same color as the rest of the wall, but the door itself was newer, like it had been added recently. No handle, just a flat wooden surface with faint scratches around the edges. At first I laughed it off. Maybe I had overlooked it before. Maybe I was too stressed from moving. But the unease grew when I realized I had walked past that spot a dozen times each day. How could I miss an entire door? First opening, Curiosity 1. That night, I pressed against the door. To my surprise, it opened easily, swinging inward with a low creak. Behind it was nothing but blackness. Not an empty room, not a closet, just pure, endless dark. I stepped back immediately, heart racing. The darkness seemed thick, swallowing the light from the hallway. I couldn't see a floor, walls, or ceiling, just void. I closed the door quickly and tried to laugh it off. Probably some storage space, I told myself, but deep down, I knew it wasn't. The whisper. The next night I heard it, a sound from behind the door, a faint whisper, like a voice carried through static. At first I thought it was neighbors, but when I pressed my ear against the wood, I realized it was coming from inside the blackness. Closer! I stumbled back, chills running down my spine. The voice wasn't loud, but it felt directed at me. I told myself it was stress, lack of sleep, imagination. But the whisper came again the following night, and the next. Always the same word, always urging me closer. The darkness moves. By the third week, things escalated. I left the door closed, locked it with a chair pressed against the frame, but it didn't matter. Some nights I would wake up to find it ajar, the dark spilling into the hallway like smoke. And then came the shapes. When I dared to peek into the void, I began to notice movement, subtle at first, shifting shadows too slow to track. But one night I saw it clearly, something standing just inside the darkness, tall and still, watching. I slammed the door shut and swore never to open it again. The scratches, I tried ignoring it. I stopped looking, stopped listening. But the apartment didn't let me. Scratches began to appear on the hallway walls, right around the doorframe. At first they were shallow, like something clawing lightly at the surface. But with each passing night, they grew deeper, spreading outward like veins. I even repainted the wall once, hoping to cover them up, but the scratches returned the next day. This time, they spelled something. A single word. Open. Descent into madness. Sleep became impossible. Every creak of the building sounded like footsteps behind the door. Every shadow in the apartment seemed too dark, too heavy. My friends stopped visiting. They said I looked pale, paranoid. I lied and told them it was just stress from work. I couldn't tell them the truth. Who would believe me? One night I woke to find the door wide open. The hallway was filled with black, stretching into my bedroom. At the far end of the dark, I saw glowing eyes staring at me. Yellow, unblinking, patient. I couldn't move, couldn't scream. All I could do was shut my eyes and pray. When I opened them again, the door was closed, as if nothing had happened. But I knew I wasn't imagining it. The final night. Last night I decided to end it. I packed my bags, determined to leave the apartment for good. But when I stepped into the hallway, my stomach dropped. Every wall was gone. The bathroom, the kitchen, the front door, all replaced by endless black. The only thing left was the hallway floor beneath my feet and that cursed door standing at the far end. It was already open. From the darkness, dozens of voices whispered in unison. Closer! I tried to run, but there was nowhere to go. The floor behind me crumbled into the void. I was trapped. As I write this now, I am sitting in front of the door. The whispers are louder, calling my name, promising answers if I just step inside. My phone battery is almost dead, and I don't know if anyone will ever read this, but I can't resist anymore. I have to see what's waiting in the dark.